Hi Year 2, welcome to your second maths lesson this week. Our learning objective today is can I draw and interpret block diagrams? So a block diagram shows numbers as blocks. If you have a look at the graph in front of you, this is what you can see. Now we've got lines going up and across, and these are called the axes. My turn, your turn. Axes. Axes. If you have a look at the axes circled in red, this is basically our number line. So this tells us how many. If you have a look at what's circled in green, this tells you what you're looking at. So for example, with what we've got here, we've got a block diagram that shows house points collected. You can see the amount of house points collected on the one that's circled in red, the axis circled in red. And if you have a look at the axis circled in green, you can see the different classes. So we're going to try and interpret this block diagram together. Our first question is, which class collected the most house points? Pause the video and have a think. So we can see here that the block that goes up the highest is class 1. And if you have a look across, you can see that class 1 scored 100 house points. So they collected the most. Question number 2, which class collected the fewest house points? Pause the video and have a think. So this time we're looking at who collected the least. So if we have a look at our block diagram, we can see that the least that is coloured in is class 3. And if we have a look going across, we can see that they scored 20 house points. Well done if you got class 3. And our last question, how many more points did class 2 get than class 4? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, so if we have a look at class 2, which is the yellow blocks, we can see that they scored 80 house points. If we have a look at class 4, which is just here, we can look along and we can see that they scored 40. Now we need to then find the difference because we need to see how many more. So it's what's left here. There's two ways that we could work this out. We could either count up in tens from this block to this block to see the difference, or we could do 80 take away 40. So well done if you got 40 as how many more points class 2 got compared to class 4. So now what we're going to do is we are going to draw our own block diagram. We've got some data on the side that shows favourite colours from children in the class. So we need to have a think about what we're going to name our graph, what's going to go on each axis, and how many blocks we're going to colour in. So what I'd like for you to do now is I'd like for you to pause the video and see if you can have a go or have a think about what you might name it, what you might have as each axis, and how many blocks you will be colouring in. And then we're going to go through this together. So pause the video and have a think. Now, well done if you named your axes something along the lines of favourite colours in the class. Along the side, the axes going upwards, we needed to have the number of children. So you can see, if you have a look at the favourite colours, the number of children, the maximum amount we have is 8. So our block diagram needs to go up to 8. So you've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now along the bottom, we needed to have the favourite colours. So now what we're going to try and do is input the data of the favourite colours from here onto our block diagram. So we're going to start with looking at red. We can see that 5 children liked red. So I'll count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to go up to here. And then I can colour in this much as 5 children chose red. And I'm going to do the same again for each of the other colours. So if we have a look at green, 8 children liked green, which means we need to go all the way up to 8 here and colour that in all green. If we have a look at blue, 7 children chose blue, so we need to go across to 7 and colour 7 blocks in blue. And then yellow, 2 children chose yellow, so we need to find 2, 1, 2, and we colour 2 blocks in yellow. Well done if you got something that looks like this. Now, your task. You've got 2 options. Again, you can either do one or the other, or if you'd like to do both, you can do both. Option number 1 is to complete the worksheet attached in the description box below the video. And option number 2 is to use your tally chart from last week to put the data into a block diagram. Please make sure you upload all your work to Tapestry, and I'll see you next time. Bye.